Okay, so this video is about the occipital bone, which is what we've got here. So I'm going to show you from the back first. So the occipital bone is the bone that covers the rear portion of your brain. So it's at the back of your head. So if you just go ahead and touch the back of your head right above your neck, you're touching the occipital bone. So it is joined to the two parietal bones via the suture at the top. So you can see the kind of wavy edges of it here. So if there are two parietal bones here, this would make up the lambdoidal suture. So the Greek character lambda looks kind of like this, and in some people the lambdoidal suture is a little bit more pointy, so that's why it's called that. Now, at the back of the occipital bone, there is a lump, and I'm showing it here. It's generally kind of shaped like an upside down V, so it looks like that. And I'll show it to you from the side as well, but that is the external occipital protuberance. There we go. And let's make that C look more like a C. And that tends to be larger on male skulls because of the neck musculature. Not always, but often. So it's one way you can try to estimate the sex of somebody based on their skull. So let's turn that to the side and see that protuberance in a little bit better detail. So it's not especially spectacular on this skull either, but you can see that it is a little bump. So there it is from the side, the external occipital protuberance. Okay, so now we're going to look at the inferior aspect. So we're going to look up from the bottom. So there's two major features you need to know here. One of them is this large hole, which has a name. It's the Foramen Magnum, which is Latin for large hole. So it's the big one in the bottom of your skull. It's a hole, it's large. So that's one of the times when the Latin name doesn't mean anything fancy or metaphorical. It just is literally big hole, and it is. So that's easy. On either side, and a little bit to the anterior edge of the foramen magnum, are your two occipital condyles. And these articulate. Oops. Sometimes when I'm talking and writing at the same time, I start to write a letter that is like 2 steps ahead of where I'm at in talking. Let's try that again. Articulate. There we go. With C1 / the atlas. Specifically, the superior articular facets of the atlas, which you may remember are sort of cup-shaped and they face upward. So when you nod your head yes, do it with me now. I'm doing it. You should do it too. When you nod your head yes, what you're doing is rocking your occipital condyles back and forth, anterior to posterior and back again, in your superior articular facets of your atlas. And that is all she wrote about the occipital bone. So I made like a couple videos in a row here. I'm gonna pause right now and go ahead and post these, and then I will just return to recording some more. So yeah, thank you for your attention, and I will see you in the next bone video.